In many African villages, beauty is praised in songs, spoken of in proverbs, and admired from a distance. But sometimes, beauty is not celebrated. Sometimes, it is punished. This is the story of Chika and the beautiful village of Uwa. Uwa was a place of rhythm, the kind of village that woke up with the crowing of roosters and the soft glow of sunrise stretching across red earth roads. Palm trees swayed gently in the morning wind. Women swept their compounds with long brooms. Children laughed as they chased each other barefoot. And by evening, smoke from cooking fires rose slowly into the sky as stories were told under the stars. Everyone knew everyone, and everyone watched everyone. That was where Chika was born. From the day she could walk, people noticed her. Not because she demanded attention, not because she spoke loudly, but because she was beautiful. The kind of beauty that made strangers pause. The kind that made elders nod thoughtfully. Women would smile and say, "Ah, this child is fine." Men would laugh and say, "She will grow into trouble." At first, it sounded like praise. As Chika grew, her beauty grew with her. Her skin glowed under the sun. Her eyes were soft and expressive. Her smile came easily, but with beauty came eyes, watching, measuring, comparing. In Uwa, standing out was never safe. In the village school, Chika sat quietly on wooden benches. She listened carefully. She learned quickly. Teachers praised her focus. "She has sense," they said. But classmates whispered. Some girls admired her from afar. Others smiled in front of her and frowned behind her back. They said Chika was proud. Even though she greeted everyone respectfully, they said she felt she was better, even though she avoided attention and kept her head down. After school, Chika returned home to work. She fetched water from the stream. She swept the compound, raising small clouds of red dust. She helped her mother pound yam, the steady rhythm echoing through the air. At night, she sat near the fire listening to stories from elders, watching sparks rise into the dark sky. She was the eldest child, responsible, obedient, quiet. Her mother often watched her closely. "Chika," she would say softly, "move carefully in this life. Not everyone who smiles at you is happy for you." Chika would nod, but deep inside, she did not understand. Why would someone hate you for the way God made you? As Chika became a young woman, the atmosphere around her changed. Some women grew cold. When their husbands looked too long, they blamed Chika. Some men believed her beauty was an invitation, and when she refused to smile back, refused to entertain them, respect turned into anger. The whispers grew louder. "She uses her face to get favors. She thinks she is special." Even when Chika worked hard, even when she earned her place, people said it was not effort, it was her beauty. Then one afternoon, as the sun burned high and cicadas filled the air with noise, everything shifted. A rumor started. No one knew who began it. But like dry grass catching fire, it spread quickly through Uwa. They said Chika was loose. They said she used men. They said terrible things. None of it was true, but truth is slow, and lies run fast. Suddenly, greetings stopped. Doors closed when she passed. Children were called inside. Women whispered behind her back at the stream. Men looked at her with judgment instead of respect. Chika felt it everywhere, in the silence, in the stares, in the way her name was spoken. At night, the village grew quiet. Crickets chirped. The moon hung low, but inside Chika's heart there was noise. She cried silently, afraid to let anyone hear. Asking questions no young woman should have to ask. Was she wrong for being beautiful? Was her existence a mistake? One afternoon, as she passed by a group of women, she overheard something that broke her spirit. "They hate her because she is beautiful," one woman said casually, as if it was normal, as if it was deserved. Chika stopped walking. For the first time she understood she was being punished for something she never chose. The loneliness became heavy. She stopped attending gatherings, stopped laughing, stopped dreaming. In Uwa, she was no longer Chika. She was that girl. But pain has a way of changing people. Slowly, something inside Chika hardened. She grew tired of shrinking herself, tired of apologizing for existing, tired of carrying shame that was never hers. One evening, as the village gathered beneath the moon, Chika stood up. Her voice shook, but she spoke. She spoke about jealousy, about silence, about how beauty can become a curse in a broken society. She spoke about pain and survival. Some people listened, others laughed. But Chika felt something new. Freedom. Other girls came to her quietly. Girls who had been mocked. Girls who had been blamed. Girls who had learned to hide. They realized they were not alone. Chika did not become fearless, but she became strong. She learned that confidence is not pride, and that other people's insecurity is not her burden. Today, when the wind moves through Uwa, when palm trees sway, when children laugh again, Chika's name is no longer whispered with envy. It is spoken with respect, not because she is beautiful, but because she survived what beauty cost her. This story is not just about Chika. It is about many African girls who are punished for standing out. It is about a society that teaches women to shrink instead of teaching others to heal. Beauty should never be a reason for cruelty, and envy should never be louder than compassion. If you see someone being hated for simply being themselves, speak up, because silence is what allows hatred to grow. And somewhere right now, in a village like Uwa, another girl is learning that beauty can be dangerous in the wrong world.